Hi guys, I'm here today to do a book review of a book that I won on Goodreads, and that is The Catalyst by Helena Coggan. This is a young adult dystopian novel. I think it's a standalone, but don't take me on that. I've tried to look up if there's any sequels and haven't found any. And this is the story of a girl named Rose who lives in a dystopian society where the bodies of humans have been embodied with the souls of either an angel or a demon, and if you have an angel soul you are a gifted, if you have a demon soul you are an ash kind, and if you are gifted you have powers, and the ash kind don't seem to have any powers. There can also be a thing called a hybrid, and it can happen to either type of soul, where every 6 weeks, or if your life is in danger, you will become a ravenous monster who will just kill anything in its path. And our main character, Rose, and her father, David, are hybrids in this society. In the society that they live in as well, there is a government branch called the department, and that is where Rose's father works and where Rose hopes to work when she becomes old enough. But first she has to pass her magic test and go to magic school in order to master her magic, because if you don't pass the test you get your magic taken away from you and you are no longer allowed to do any powers. And also you're not supposed to do magic in certain areas. There's a lot of laws against it, so you have to go to the school to learn all about it. So our character Rose is a very talented, gifted, and her father has taught her all the ways in the order to get her so that she can come and work in the department with him. And of course, we go through that with her. We go through her test and what happens, and eventually we come across a character named Loren, who is a man who has escaped the department, and he needs Rose, and Rose has to decide who she can trust, and whether this man, what he's saying is true, because he does say a lot of things about her father, and she has to basically decide, where her trust lies. And we find out a lot about the other underground, hidden away parts of the world. There's a lot of people who have different opinions on whether or not they should be giving the test, or if they should be mixed together, in schools, ash kind and gifted. And there's a lot of controversy, obviously, because some people were born with automatically better than others, and so there is a lot of strong themes in this book about it's kind of a bit like segregation, so there's a lot of that in there, and there's a lot of about how the people right at the top are basically pure angels, and it doesn't matter how good or bad they are as a person or whatever, if they have this angel thing about them, they're instantly brought to the top of the society. And we just see a lot of the groups of people who want to bring this down, and we hear a lot about the war that started when people were either first made demon or angel, and we just learn a lot about this crazy society, and Rose learns more and more about it as the book develops. So initially, whilst reading this book, I did struggle to read it a bit, and I was getting a little bit confused in between characters, but I think that's because I was reading this when I first started my new job and when I was very ill, and so I don't think I really had my full consciousness on this. I think I was just a bit all over the place, but the more that I read it and the further I got into it, the more that I enjoyed it. It definitely got a lot better. It might have started slow, but it definitely got better and better and better the more I read it, and that is why I gave it a 4-star review. And I just really ended up liking Rose, the main character. I felt like she was a good person, and she always wanted to do the right thing. It was just whether or not she could. And yeah, I really enjoyed it by the end of it. I just wish it was a paperback, because I was kind of a bit intimidated by this being a big hardback. I don't know why, it's just something that I've got embedded in my brain, and that might have helped me fly through it a bit quicker as well. But yeah, great dystopian read, and great debut novel. I think the the author of this book was only 15 when she wrote the first draft, and I think she was 19 when this published edition came out, so good on you, Helena. Yeah, that's The Catalyst. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later. Bye.